He found her on his porch at 6:47 a.m., soaking wet from the October rain, and the way she looked at him with those green eyes, half closed from exhaustion, made him realize this wasn't just another stray passing through. This was a cat who'd stopped running. Most people would have shooed her away. It was cold, he had work in an hour, and the last thing he needed was complications. But something about the way she sat there, brown tabby fur matted against her small frame, ribs visible even through the wet coat, made him pause. Those white paws, muddy and shaking slightly. The M-shaped marking on her forehead, stark against the brown stripes. Everything about her screamed survival mode. He crouched down slowly, expecting her to bolt. Street cats always do, but this one just blinked, watching him with a mixture of hope and resignation, like she'd learned not to expect much but couldn't help trying one more time. "Hey there," he said softly. She didn't move, just kept staring with those tired green eyes. He went inside, grabbed some chicken from last night's dinner, came back. She hadn't moved an inch. He set the plate down, stepped back. She approached cautiously, testing each step, making sure this wasn't a trap. That first bite was hesitant, the second, desperate. By the third, she was eating like someone who'd forgotten what a full stomach felt like. And if you've ever watched a starving animal choose trust over fear, choose hope over the instinct to run, you know that moment changes something in you. If stories like this matter to you, hit that subscribe button, because what happens next will show you what second chances really look like. While she ate, he made a decision he didn't fully understand yet. Called his boss, said he'd be late, grabbed an old towel. When he came back, she'd finished and was sitting there, looking up at him with those green eyes, waiting, like she knew something had shifted between them in those few minutes. "Want to come inside?" he asked, opening the door wider. You could see her calculating safety versus uncertainty, past abandonment versus present possibility. Then slowly, deliberately, she walked through the doorway and sat down in his hallway, dripping rainwater onto the hardwood floor, looking around like she was stepping into a dream she'd stopped believing in. The vet visit confirmed what he'd suspected: severe malnutrition, ear mites, slight respiratory infection. "This cat's been on the streets at least 3 months, the vet said. The fact she approached you means she was someone's pet once. She remembers what home felt like, and she's hoping to find it again." The bill was $280. He didn't hesitate. Back home, he set up the spare bathroom, soft blanket, food, water, litter box. She emerged from the carrier like she was testing if this was real. Sniffed everything, tested the blanket with one white paw, then looked back at him with those green eyes, and something in them had changed. The resignation was fading. Something else was taking its place. "You're safe now," he kept saying. "You can just be a cat again." Slowly, she started believing it. The grooming sessions were tough. Months of street life had matted her brown tabby fur into tight knots, but with each one removed, her true beauty emerged. The stripes weren't dull at all, intricate and tiger-like, just hidden under survival. Those green eyes became even more striking against clean, healthy fur. The white on her chest and paws, once muddy, now pristine. But here's what nobody tells you about rescue animals. They don't just heal physically, they heal emotionally. And watching that transformation changes you, too. He'd lived alone for 3 years, fine with the quiet. Now, with this tabby claiming his bed, demanding breakfast at 6:30 a.m., leaving toy mice everywhere, he realized how empty that quiet had been. Month 2 brought the breakthrough. He woke at 3 a.m. to find her curled on his chest, white paws tucked under her chin, purring like an engine. Not because she was scared or cold, but because she wanted to be there. The cat who sat in the rain expecting nothing had found everything. 4 months later, the transformation is complete. She's healthy, confident, thriving. Her brown tabby coat shines in the sunlight. Those green eyes are bright with mischief and curiosity. She plays without fear, explores without hesitation, demands attention without apologizing for existing. And every morning at 6:47 a.m., she sits by the window, the exact time she was found, and looks outside, like she's remembering, like she's grateful. He often thinks about that October morning, how easily he could have closed the door, how close she came to not surviving. One choice that changed 2 lives forever. Because here's the truth about rescue animals. They don't just need you need them. They teach you about resilience, about second chances, about how broken things can become whole if someone believes they're worth saving. And in saving them, you discover you were incomplete too. But that's not quite the end. Last week, he heard a meow from the porch. Another cat, thin, scared, with eyes holding that same desperate hope. His Tabby watched from the window as this new cat looked up with a familiar expression, the one that said, "Please see me." He stood there, coffee cooling in his hand, looking at this new cat sitting in the exact same spot his Tabby had 4 months ago. The same desperate patience, the same quiet resignation mixed with hope. Was it coincidence, or do rescued animals somehow mark a place as safe? The new cat meowed again, softer, almost apologetic. Inside, his Tabby started that deep purr, the one she only makes when something important is happening. He thought about that October morning, how easily he could have closed the door, how close she came to not surviving. One choice that changed 2 lives forever. Now here was another choice, another life waiting. So, here's what I want to ask you. If you found a scared, starving animal at your door tomorrow morning, would you stop? Would you be late to work, spend the money, make the space? Or would you tell yourself someone else will help, that you're too busy? Because you can't save them all, but you can save one, and to that one, they become your entire world. What would you do?
Where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.